Hey guys, I have a question, and it's a question that's been weighing heavily on my mind lately, and I wanted to ask. The question is, what happens to a little boy or a little girl that have been sexually abused, as in sexually exposed? They have been fondled, raped, whatever the case. See, outside of some parents or whomever it is may report it and whatever is done, what happens to the child, as in the emotions that are unearthed, with the urges that they're now experiencing, being sexually aroused and having to deal with these new feelings that, had this not happened to them, they would have never known or experienced until much later in their life, which should be the case. What happens to these children? I'll tell you what happens. If there's no one there to help this child to deal with the issues that they're now having, their feelings that they don't know what to do with them because no one is there to help them, to sort these feelings out or to explain to them what is now happening to them. And when people quiet them and don't even address the issue or nothing is done about it, what happens? This child will turn to just about anyone to get those urges satisfied. Another little boy, another little girl, or both. For some of them, all they know is that they're having these urges and they need the feelings to either be satisfied, they need them to stop, they need them to go away. But so many of us turn a blind eye and we don't help these children. And the worst part about it is that you have people that foolishly sit there and act as if there is nothing wrong, and they do nothing about it. And so when these very kids that's in your community, or worse, in your house, start acting out at young ages and behaving promiscuous, what do? And we criticize and we judge and we say things like, the picnic just bad and the girl love man, you see, and this child is this and this child is that. Instead of trying to figure out ways in which to help this child. I don't have the answers. The only thing I know outside of counseling to help a child in that particular situation, it would require a caring parent, a caring individual to sit with these children or that child and try to talk to them to sort out the emotions that's going in their head. Because it's so easy for us to talk about things that we do not understand. This would be one of them. A child being sexually abused, and the fact that so many of us have turned a blind eye and left the young ones to try and sort this out, and no one offered them any help, no one came to their aid, but yet we're expecting these children to figure this out on their own. How? The only thing that I can suggest is, before it gets there, parents, I am asking, open your eyes, be vigilant, look out for your children, be proactive, and let's try to stop this before we have that part of it to contend with. Guys, please take the time out to think on these things. A child being sexually abused cannot be normal. It's not normal. It will never be normal. If by chance any child that's seeing this video or hearing my voice, do not allow anyone, be it mother, father, uncle, brother, I don't care who it is, do not let anyone make you feel like anything being done to you, as in a grown-up sexually abusing you, it's your fault. It's not your fault. It will never and can never be your fault. Let's start looking out for our children, because I fail to understand how many of us say that the children are the future and we're depending on our children to do better than we ever did. Yet, There's so many of us that knows that there things are going wrong within our family or next door to us and whatever, and we sit there and say we're not going to get involved. Now, we have to figure out ways in which to help these children. This is real, this is happening, and these little children are going to school and, believe it or not, exposing your little ones. And who are you going to fault? You're going to fault a 5-year-old for exposing your 5-year-old? Because some pervert in their household couldn't deal with their sexual urges and their sicknesses, to be frank? People, start thinking about this. Better yet, start taking action. Stop turning a blind eye and stop thinking this is no big deal, because it is indeed a big deal. Please, could we change our mindset? Start thinking about the consequences and the repercussions. What happens? Can we figure that out, please? And help these children.